with Catalyst Athletics here to go over how to find your proper stance for the Olympic squat. Now, this is actually a really simple process, and we have two basic concerns. One is maximizing the range of motion of your hips, right, to allow us the most mobility based on your anatomy. And two is maintaining the alignment of your knee joint. Okay, so all you're gonna do is get your heels slightly wider than hip width, remembering that these are your hips, these are your shoulders. Okay, I don't wanna see you out here like you're about to play shortstop. So slightly wider than hip width. Turn your toes out to whatever degree is comfortable for you at this point. This is probably going to be about 20 or 30 degrees relative to that midline. Okay? From this position, all you're going to do is sit down as low as you can and just relax. Okay? Don't worry about your back arch. Don't worry about anything really other than keeping your feet flat and sitting as low as you can. I want you to sit here like you're going to smoke a few non-filtered Lucky Strikes and watch traffic go by for an hour. Okay? Once you're in this position, what you're going to do is make the adjustments in terms of your foot width and the degree to which your feet are turned out, which means also the degree to which your knees move out, in order to find a position where you feel like your hips are the loosest, you have no pinching or pressure, or as little of that as possible if you have some mobility restrictions. Okay, once you've found that, you're going to ensure that each thigh is in line with the corresponding foot. In other words, if you look down over the thigh, it is perfectly in line with the foot. They're parallel. Okay. Now I shouldn't say perfectly. There's going to be a little variation at times based on anatomy. If it's not perfectly in line, that's not the big deal. What matters though is that you feel no rotational force on your knee. Your knee is not twisting; it's hinging. Okay. Now, if you've taught yourself how to squat, or you've come from another sport or strength training background, it's very likely that this is going to put you in a narrower stance than what you've been using. Once you have that position, go ahead and stand up. Set your back arch the way you want it while you're actually squatting. So complete or even slightly exaggerated lumbar extension, and then thoracic spine extension, or basically flattening that arch to create a continuous arch from the base of your skull to the top of your butt. And then squat yourself down, trying to maintain that back arch and keep those feet as flat as possible. Now this is going to be the position you want to be in. It's not going to be quite as low as your smoking and watching traffic squat position, because you have to maintain that back arch. From this position, you can make some little minor adjustments as needed to improve the feeling of perfect hinging at your knee rather than any twisting, and get a little more comfort in the hips. Now, if you can't sit into a full depth squat, maintaining that back arch and keeping your feet flat, you need to get to work on your hip and ankle mobility. And if you're not wearing weightlifting shoes, quit acting shocked and go buy some. Football players don't try to play in regular street shoes and then act bewildered when they slide around on the field. Now, over time, as your mobility improves, you're going to make minor adjustments. Day to day, you might even find that the exact width and the exact degree of external rotation changes very slightly based on how warm you are, how sore you are, if you have anything that's hurting you. So consider this, a guideline, and stick to it as closely as possible, and then day to day adjust based on how you're feeling. And that's going to maximize the comfort of your squat. And the more comfortable your squat is, the more confident your squat's going to be, and the stronger your squat's going to be. Have fun.